Right now at noon, a Joplin police investigate a recent string of nighttime car burglaries.
And our alert day today continues. Strong to severe thunderstorms still possible. We'll take a look at that forecast coming up.
And at Thrive, Allen County cuts the ribbon on a new naloxone vending box installed outside their Iola, Kansas office.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
We're tracking severe weather in the area. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Snowy. We're going straight to Chris Warner for a look at the forecast.
Yeah, we do have that alert day in place today. We haven't seen a lot yet, but thunderstorms beginning to get going right along that frontal boundary out there. We've got a thunderstorm up here in Bates County, and then here we have this one. This is actually a strong storm, so we got about 3/4 inch hail and 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts with this as it continues to push off to the south and to the east. And as mentioned this morning, this is that zone where it's a little more favorable for those strong to severe thunderstorms. So we're going to continue to track them and see if they continue to intensify. So this morning we had those showers that developed out ahead of that front. They rolled through, they kind of fell apart, brought some light rain to some areas, and now we're getting the actual thunderstorm development that's taking place back behind that, and that's what's going to bring us that threat for strong, potentially severe thunderstorms as we continue into the afternoon. As such, we do still have that low-end tornado risk out there across the area. We have a low to elevated hail risk, and those hash marks indicating the potential for very large hail, and we have the low to elevated wind risk. But you see where it starts, and it enhances as you head south and east. As you go further east, where there's been more daytime heating, the more significant severe threat will be to our east, but we could still see some strong, potentially severe thunderstorms across our area today. We started yesterday at 54, made it all the way up to 83, so again, well above average on both counts, but not quite a record high. That goes back to 2006. We're sitting at 74 in Joplin right now, 74 in Pittsburgh, and you can see who's already behind the front. 54 Yates Center, 56 Iola into the low 60s. Chanute, Neodesha, Sedan, your temperature will be dropping soon. And then ahead of the front, we're in the low to mid 70s out there. So we've got plenty of warm air, still have that southerly breeze bringing in some of that instability for us. So the rest of the evening, once we get past these storms, which they'll be done at about 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock out there, we're going to be cloudy to mostly cloudy, still gusty north winds, and temperatures will continue to fall, and we're looking at lows back into the 40s. We'll have another full look at your forecast, and of course we'll keep an eye on those storms out west and have that full look at your forecast here in just a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Chris. And we are live at Roper Honda in Joplin for our hero-funded Day of Giving telethon. As you can see, we have volunteers standing by to take your calls and donations. All the money raised will support Hero Fund USA, which partners with local first responders to provide them with equipment and safety resources. To donate, call the number on your screen, and that's 888-620-4869. Or you can text Hero Fund, that's one word, to 44321. You can also donate on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. The KBI has arrested a lieutenant with the Columbus Police Department for child sex crimes. KBI agents arrested 55-year-old David Justice of Baxter Springs near his home around 7:15 yesterday morning. Justice faces charges of aggravated indecent liberties with a child, indecent solicitation of a child, and promoting obscenity to a minor. The Columbus Police Department asked the Bureau to investigate allegations against Justice in February of last year. At that same time, the department placed him on unpaid administrative leave from his position of lieutenant. Joplin police say several thefts from vehicles happened throughout the city over the past few days. Among these incidents, a Joplin resident said a person entered his car to steal items from it. The video was recorded by the citizens' home security cameras after 11 Tuesday night. It shows a woman walking in the driveway toward the driver's seat door. The car is unlocked and she opens the door and she moves the items into the center console.
I didn't lose anything too important to me, but absolutely lesson learned about keeping the vehicles locked at all times because you cannot trust people.
Thefts from vehicles tend to be crimes of opportunity where criminals will walk down the street and open door handles and they'll enter the vehicles where the doors are unlocked. So make sure to lock your vehicles.
According to the police department, the number of thefts from vehicle reports decreased this year compared to the same period last year. Between January 1st and April 16th of 2023, about 67 cases were reported. This year, there were about 43. Well, just before 6 yesterday evening, a head-on crash occurred near Tipton Ford on Gateway Drive that involved 3 Neosho residents. Missouri State Highway Patrol say 22-year-old Joshua Niswanger and 23-year-old Lakin House both suffered serious injuries. They were struck as a white Nissan crossed the center line driven by 50-year-old Erin Gozin. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Thrive Allen County cut the ribbon on a new naloxone vending box installed outside their Iola, Kansas office yesterday. Naloxone, or Narcan, is a drug that can swiftly reverse opioid overdoses. SEK Recovery Resources and Thrive Allen County hopes to break down barriers for immediate first response to an opioid overdose and save lives by placing the items in a free and easy newspaper-like machine. Well, coming up, Shannon Becker joins us live at Roper Honda in Joplin for the Hero Fun USA Telethon. And later, we're making weeknight Salisbury steak in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. All right, well, we apologize for that technical difficulty over there in Joplin. A reminder, though, you can donate to the Hero Fund USA by calling the numbers on your screen. And of course, you can donate on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Way before the South Beach diet and the paleo diet, there was another famous diet. What was it, and what made it so popular? Stick around.
And we're tracking the continued chances for strong, potentially severe thunderstorms around the area. We'll have a look at your forecast when we come back. Welcome back to the KOAM News at noon. So we haven't had any severe weather as of yet, but still watching that potential. I know it doesn't seem like a lot out there, but we still have that possibility of some strong, potentially severe thunderstorms as we head through the rest of the afternoon. Let's start with a look at the Skywatch Storm Tracker. Again, not a lot out there right now, but you can see we do have that one thunderstorm up in Bates County, and we also have the one in Neosho County. That one earlier was a bit on the strong side with some hail about 3/4 of an inch and winds up to 50, so it's just below severe criteria. It's continuing to push off to the south and east, so it just got through Erie, just rolling into the north sides of Parsons, Girard, Pittsburgh. You will be up next with this particular storm as it rolls through. And as we go back in time, we saw those showers that rolled through. They brought us a few light showers, and we've had these thunderstorms try to get going, but not a lot has really come out of any of this. But if you remember the future track, there's that possibility of some redevelopments. We're also going to be keeping an eye on exactly what forms and if any of this gets going out to the west as well. But right now, our primary focus is on some of these storms. As you can see, they have tried to get going. They just haven't quite made it yet. But as it stands right now, we still have the severe threat across the area. Now, again, the more significant severe threat is really to our east, where there's been a lot more daytime heating, a lot more clearing out there. And so that's why we have just this low tornado risk clipping our eastern counties. And then we have a low to elevated hail risk, again, with those significant markings. That indicates the potential for very large hail. And then we have that low to elevated wind risk. So there's still that possibility that any storms that do form here could intensify rather quickly as they continue to push off to the southeast. And again, some of these just aren't really in that environment yet. So we'll still continue to monitor them and see exactly how they unfold. So by 3, again, there's some of those scattered showers and storms with that potential for a couple of strong or severe thunderstorms mixed in there. But as that front pushes on through, of course, that activity is going to follow through with it, and our temperatures are going to get pretty darn chilly back behind it. Now, again, some locations, once the rain and everything clears through, what might even warm up a little bit from where you are now before the skies clear and the temperatures begin to fall as we go overnight and into tomorrow morning. So we're talking 40s across the area. So again, not freezing, not frost levels by any means, but a lot colder than what we've been used to over the last few days, and it's going to stay that way for the next several days on a pretty chilly note. We got cloudy skies in Joplin right now. Again, got a few showers earlier, 74, so still warm, still obviously ahead of that front. Dew point up there at 66, humidity at 76%, so that dew points come up. So again, there's instability and energy available. It's just a matter of if these storms are going to be able to tap into them before that cold front pushes them on through. South breeze 17, gusting to 28. So that's also helping bring in some of that warmer, moist air. Up in Pittsburgh right now, cloudy as well, 74, south breeze at 11. Check out this dew point, 68 with the humidity at 80%. So again, instability, there's some energy present. We've just got to wait and see as these storms push off to the south and east what they're able to do with that energy. So for the rest of today, again, some scattered thunderstorms out there. Some of those, again, could be strong to severe. And then this is after the front rolls through. The winds will shift out of the north and be gusting upwards of 35. Ahead of the front, though, still have those southerly winds gusting upwards of 25 to 30 miles an hour. And still, again, on average, highs right around the mid-70s. As we mentioned this morning, folks like Yates Center and Neodesha, Iola, you hit your highs very early this morning in the low 70s, and that's going to be the best you could do. You'll be in the 50s for most of the rest of this day. 45 for our overnight lows tonight. Mostly cloudy skies, so much colder as we mentioned, and that north wind continuing to gust upwards of 30 miles an hour. Our Friday, we're going to start to clear out. We're going to be about partly cloudy. And we're going to have some gusty winds once again, but take a look at this high. Our average is a lot closer to 70, so we'll be below normal out there. And we'll have that northeast wind still, again, a bit breezy, 10 to 15 with some occasional gusts to 25. And then we have evening shower chances. They're going to roll in Friday evening, and those will continue with us as we head into the weekend out there. So we'll continue with showers from Friday night into Saturday into Sunday. So we're not all day rain necessarily. We'll have scattered showers through the weekend. And take a look at these temperatures again, well below normal, and our lows following suit as well into the 40s. Now, as we head into next week, we're going to start to warm up. We're also going to keep an eye on another round of thunderstorm chances, and we are keeping an eye out for the possibility of some strong storms next week. So we've still got a few days to get there, but just another heads up. And outside of the thunderstorms, though, take a look at those temperatures warming back well above average, back into the upper 70s and even the low to mid 80s next week. So a lot to watch, kind of a rainy, soggy, cool weekend, and then some thunderstorm chances next week. And again, we're going to continue to monitor the storms that are developing this afternoon and see if they tap into that energy, because if they do, they'll be able to be strong to severe rather quickly.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks, Chris. Well, and a reminder, we are now live taking donations at our Hero Fund USA Telethon happening right now at Roper Honda in Joplin. You can use the information on your screen to call or text to donate. You can also visit our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Stick around. We're making a weeknight Salisbury steak in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Today's Mr. Food dish is the perfect comfort meal. Howard is showing us the recipe for weeknight Salisbury steak in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Way before anyone heard of the South Beach and paleo diets, Dr. James Salisbury was touting a diet that was high in protein. One of the dishes that he not only made at home, but also made famous was Salisbury steak. Since it took place in the late 1800s, it proves that everything old sooner or later becomes new again. So let me share with you a simple weeknight version of Dr. Salisbury's creation that I know you're going to love. All we do is combine some ground chuck with a chopped onion, a good amount of breadcrumbs, an egg, and a few off-the-shelf spices. After we gently mix that, we shape it into oval patties and place them in a baking dish. Now, to give these their rich flavor, we smother them with some beef gravy that we combine with some sliced mushrooms. About 45 minutes before it's time to eat, pop these in the oven, and by the time you open your mail and heat up some mashed potatoes, dinner is done. One forkful, and it's no wonder why these are still popular after all these years. It's comfort at its best. So, to salute the late Dr. Salisbury and to keep your taste buds happy, why don't you go online and get the recipe for our weeknight Salisbury steak so you can enjoy a goof-proof dinner any night of the week. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found an old-fashioned, trendy way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Well, you can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go on over to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4-state market prices. But first, another live look at the Hero Fund USA Telethon happening right now at Roper Honda in Joplin. And we are, of course, live at Roper Honda in Joplin for the Hero Fund USA Day of Giving Telethon. Volunteers are still standing by to take your calls and donations. You can donate to Hero Fund USA by calling 888-620-4869, or you can text Hero Fund, all one word, to 44321. And you can donate on our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. We will be live again at our 5 and 6 p.m. newscast, so be sure to tune in. Now over to Chris.
Yeah, we're continuing to track little thunderstorms developing across parts of southeastern Kansas. You can see near Parsons where those little showers are starting to pick up. So again, this activity along that frontal boundary and will continue to push off to the south and to the east across the area. And as it does so, it's expected to interact with a little more instability. So we'll keep an eye on what these storms do, as they could still be strong, potentially severe. After that front rolls through, though, again, we're going to get chilly, gusty north winds down to the 40s, temperatures below normal through the weekend, and some shower chances Friday night through Sunday. Will warm up next week, and then we're keeping an eye on another potential round of thunderstorms next Tuesday through Friday. So a lot to keep an eye on.
Absolutely. We're definitely in the midst of severe weather season here.
That we are.
And in Dow, along with the Hero Fund, what do we have for tonight?
Well, a lot coming up at 5. For starters, the CDC is launching a new campaign aimed at getting more people to quit smoking. We're going to hear from former smokers who want others to know how dangerous smoking can be, including one woman whose smoking led her to have open heart surgery at age 44. Plus, the city of Joplin is taking part in National Dog Bite Prevention Week. We're going to learn about their efforts to educate the public about dog bites and promote responsible pet ownership. And kids in the McDonald County, Missouri School District take part in a STEM-a-Palooza. It's a competitive event geared at inspiring young minds to discover science, technology, engineering, and math. All of that, of course, and the Hero Fund Telethon will be continuing on KOAM News at 5.
All right, wonderful. Thanks, Dow. Well, that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. We'll see you right back here at 5. Until then, have a great rest of your day.